What's up, guys? It's your local Realize man in the Realize car, and I'm using the vlog camera today, so apologies if the angles are a bit fucked up. I don't really know how to navigate this thing. New camera. You know how it is. And I was thinking I would come at you guys raw and rugged today, just deliver this message because I think it's a very important message that we all need to consider sometimes. A question we need to ask ourselves. The question is, am I full of shit?
Mike, were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or
Well,
what portion?
Spinal.
Am I full of shit? Or in other words, am I lying to myself? In life, it's easy to lie to other people. It's easy to put up, false pretenses and masquerades and tell people about, yeah, man, I want to do this, I want to do that. Stories that sound nice. But the one person you should never lie to is yourself. When you say you're going to do something, are you actually going to do it, or are you just talking about it because it sounds nice? Because it sounds like it would be a good thing to do, right? You see, lately I've been getting a lot of people coming up to me, telling me about their aspirations. They want to become professional, football players, or they want to become professional musicians. They want to be entrepreneurs and make $1 million in 1 year. They want to be high-end lawyers and put criminals in prison and be on those TV shows that we're always seeing, right? But are you actually going to do it? That's the question, right? Are you actually going to do it? Because it's one thing to say you're going to do something. It's a complete other thing, a complete other entity to actually fucking do that thing. And you gotta come correct with yourself. You gotta come correct. Do you have what it takes to actually achieve that goal? I'm gonna tell you guys a little story. I used to skateboard. I used to love skateboarding when I was younger, and a big dream I had was to become a professional skateboarder. Now, deep down inside, I knew this wasn't going to happen because there were hundreds, maybe thousands of people that were like at least 3-4 times better than me at skateboarding. But because it sounded nice, it's something that I wanted, and I watched too many movies, Disney movies, Nickelodeon movies, any movie, the generic hero's journey storytelling they have going on. I thought I could do it. I thought I could overcome all this adversity, become a professional skateboarder, and just skate for the rest of my life. But then reality struck, right? I had to grow up. I had to come correct and realize that that idea was bullshit and was never going to happen. So I invite you to do the same. If you want to be an entrepreneur, are you actually going to do it? Do you have what it takes to deal with uncertainty? Do you have what it takes to kind of grind it out on those long nights when you don't have motivation? Because motivation isn't going to take you far. When you doesn't seem to be working, when the results aren't coming at you, there's no feedback, you're not sure if you're wasting your time. Do you have what it takes to be constantly learning, to really put yourself out there? Or for the possibility that it might not even work at the end too, right? If you want to be a professional musician, are you going to practice your 3 hours every day for the next 10 years just to be competitive, just to be able to stand out? Because other people are doing it. There's always some little kid in China who's practiced whatever you practice at least 5 times harder than you have, right? So you got to come correct with that. So what I'm trying to say here, guys, is don't fool yourself. Gauge your endowments, right? Your genetic endowments. You're 5 feet tall. You want to become a professional basketball player at the NBA. Fucking forget about it. You have to realize that this is life. This is it, right? This is not a fairy tale. This is not a movie. This is not a feel-good movie. This is a reality. You have 70 or 80 years before you die, and God knows what happens after that. I know a lot of people want to say that, yes, we go to heaven, or we don't. No one knows what the fuck's going to happen after that. So the reality is, you don't know what's going to happen after that. You have this amount of time to make something out of your life, to actually achieve something, to live good, to reflect back when you're on your deathbed and be like, damn, I lived the fuck out of life, man. I really killed that shit. There's no room for wishful thinking. There's no room for optimism. There's only room for realistic thinking. It reminds me of a chapter in 50th Law by Robert Greene. He says, see reality as it is. And something that I think is important to do, especially for every single one of us, is to take some time out every couple of years just to reflect. I believe David Data in his book, The Way of the Superior Man, talks about this. Every man should spend some time in contemplation, and every woman too. Spend time in contemplation. Spend time thinking about where you're headed in life, right? Thinking about your values, the things you hold to a high standard, if you still believe in those things. The job you are at, is it something that you should still be doing? The relationships you're in, just the general direction. I know it's hard to predict how life's gonna end up. Matter of fact, it's impossible to predict how life's gonna end up, right? Because life's a chaotic system, just like the weather, right? There's always that element of uncertainty. There's always that element of randomness. But if you plan your life, right, you have a decent chance of actually achieving the things that you want to achieve. So if you spend time in contemplation and you consider these difficult questions that many people don't want to consider, you're going to be one of those lucky ones, right? Get it? Lucky, quote unquote. You're going to be one of those ones that actually achieve these things, and you're going to die well. So that's the video, guys. I hope you got something out of that. Basically, don't bullshit yourself.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Are you full of shit? Ask yourself that all the time whenever you come up with something. Yes, you could do it in the perfect world, but do you have the resources? Do you have the mental fortitude? Do you have the genetic endowments? Do you have all these things to actually achieve those things you're going to say? If not, that's cool. You can just kind of disregard that and do something that's a bit more attainable. Do something that's actually achievable so that you have something to show for it by the time you get out of this life, right? So that, and spend time in contemplation every couple of years, considering if you're on the right path, considering if the path even makes sense or if you should change it. That's the summary, guys. Raw, rugged, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. And I'm thinking about doing more videos like this. You guys tell me what you think. Peace.
So, this is the end of the video. You must have really liked it if you got this far. Yeah, am I right? Yeah, am I right? Okay. If you liked it, please click subscribe and hit the post notifications, because YouTube is doing this weird thing right now where if you subscribe, it doesn't even show you my videos. Very strange stuff. But yeah, click those post notifications. We're all good. Till next time.